Okay, I'm definitely in a weird mood today. Pajama Grandma Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and I am thinking about false beliefs today and killing false beliefs or one at a time. It's better if we kill them one at a time. False beliefs are insidious and they will mess up everything we're trying to do with respect to supersizing our business. One of my biggest false beliefs when I first started to grow my business was that if I grew my business, I was going to have to work harder. Well, that's so not true, but I believed it for a long time, for like about a year, and it kept me like in a rut, running in circles, not doing the things I needed to do to grow my business and make my life so much easier. But I had that false belief, and I had to find a way to eliminate it from my life. And there's a couple different ways. I just recently learned a meditation, and you can YouTube search it. It's a way of eliminating false beliefs where you hold an object in your hand, like a little rock or a penny or something that you don't care very much about it. You hold it in your hand, and you think of that as your false belief. And you close your hand around it, and you close your eyes, and you feel in your body and in your mind or wherever that false belief is originating from. So if I'm thinking, I'm not good enough to get that position, I'm not good enough to get that client, I'm not good enough to supersize my business, totally lie, totally a false belief. But if that's my false belief, if that's my belief, I ask myself, okay, that's the belief, that's this little pebble, right? I'm holding it, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling, okay, where in my body do I feel that? Well, I feel it in my head, and I feel it in my heart, and I feel it in my gut. I don't just feel it in one place. I feel it all over, which is terrible because that means it's a really strong, bad false belief. And the more places I feel it and the more strongly I feel it, the more I know that that is not true for me, and that's a false belief for me. Then what I do is I open my hand and I start to move that object around on my hand. And I realize, that's not attached to my hand, because I see my hand as the part of my body that is holding that false belief. And as I open my hand and I move the object around, I realize, oh, it's not even attached to my hand. It's not attached to my mind. It's not attached to my heart. It's not attached to my body. It's something I can easily move around whenever I want. Interesting, right? Does that mean I can move my false beliefs around whenever I want? Yes, it of course does. So then just turn your hand over and drop the object. Let it go. Now, how does that feel? To know that it's as easy to let go of your false beliefs as it is to drop that insignificant object out of your hand. Did you see it bounce on the floor? How'd that make you feel? Yeah, the first time I did this, I was like, oh my God, what a great exercise. Because I've done some elaborate things to eliminate false beliefs. And I did a whole video series just for the fun of it. And I've done it more than once. I did it when I was at the Italian food business downtown. I actually went to the beach and did a bunch of cool things. I wrote in the sand and let the water from the river wash it away. I sprayed it, I wrote it on the bathroom mirror and then put bathroom cleaner on and cleaned it off. But I did a bunch of fun things like that to show how easy it can be to eliminate false beliefs or a false belief. And another technique that I learned recently is the storytelling technique. So say I have a false belief about, if I supersize my business, I'm going to have to pay more taxes. Where would that come from? And why would that be a big deal? I might have been guilty of having that false belief at one time or other too. So I ask myself a couple of questions. Number one, I ask myself, well, first I notice that I have that belief. I notice that that thought is popping into my head as I'm making a decision about supersizing my business. And all of a sudden I think, oh, if I do that, I'm going to have to pay more taxes because I'm going to make more money and I'll have to pay more taxes. It makes me laugh now, right? Well, how does that make you feel? Well, making more taxes, I don't know, does that make anybody feel better? Paying more taxes, making more money, paying more taxes. Making more money makes us feel good, but paying more taxes. Anybody who likes to pay more taxes, put in the comments below, because I sure want to know. Then I ask myself, well, what am I telling myself about that? What happened? What story or what situation happened that made me believe paying more taxes is bad. Now I can look at that from a different way, right? How else could I look at that story? I could tell myself a different story by saying, well, no, paying more taxes is really good because it means I'm making more money, and it means I can help the world in a lot more ways because my tax dollars can go to help other people, right? So paying more taxes is a good thing because paying more taxes helps more people, makes the world a better place, and it means I'm making a lot more money. Woohoo! I love to pay more taxes, right? So that story can replace my old story. And now I don't feel bad about paying more taxes. I don't feel anything about paying more taxes at all. And to be honest, I just let my accountant deal with all of it. And I don't even think about it. I just know that it's handled and it's taken care of. And so I can spend my time and energy supersizing my business and creating whatever I want because I know that all the little nudgy things like figuring out and paying taxes, which used to be a hassle, but now my accountant does it all, so it's not a hassle at all. Boom! False belief gone. And now I can supersize my business. That's really true for me. So then you ask yourself, well, what's really true for me? Is it true that paying more taxes is bad and makes me feel bad? Not anymore. Did it used to? Yes. Just the thought of taxes used to send me into a downward spinning spiral of doubt and fear and worry. But once I got an accountant, that went away. So there's always things that we can do to eliminate our false beliefs and to help us make progress in supersizing our business. We just have to be open to the possibility that there's other things that can happen. That is today's Supersize Super Short message. I hope you go out and make a fantastic day. Supersize your business. You know you can, and I'm here to help. See you tomorrow. Bye.